Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, here is your tarot reading for Gemini season. Focus, focus, focus. That would be my main takeaway for you this month. We start off with the Seven of Swords, the Lord of Unstable Effort. Gemini season is all about the mental faculties, mental agility, our thought processes, everything like that. Now, the Seven of Pentacles. See, I can't even focus. Seven of Swords in conjunction with the Page of Swords that you have later on reversed. I'm not going to fearmonger by any means. You know, we often have to look at some of the challenges and the way to overcome some of these challenges, and I often feel that being forewarned is being forearmed, and, you know, there are no inherently bad messages within the tarot. There are only opportunities for growth and understanding and the way to navigate some of these. It's interesting because across the board, fire signs are being a little bit shaken up by Gemini season is the way that I describe it. Again, not inherently bad. This isn't necessarily problematic by any means. What I feel very strongly is that this will be an opportunity for growth and an opportunity for understanding, and I feel that that being shaken up will allow a lot of the fire signs to really identify what is valuable, what is useful, and what is not. But to get to that point, things need to swirl a little bit. You may find that you're questioning things a little bit more, or you're slightly more uncertain. We had the Moon card arrive for Aries and Leo. I'd kind of half expected it to appear here. The energy of that is apparent. Now, the Moon card represents our fears, the unknown, the unsteady path. And it also speaks about illusions, how often our fears are irrational and they're not based in reality. And Gemini season, because of its sense of duality, because of its need for flexibility and mutability, is making us face up to some of those fears and ultimately making us realize they're unwarranted, they're unnecessary. It would be really worthwhile going to check out Aries reading and Leo's readings and see how the fire signs are faring across the board. Particularly applicable if you are Sun, Moon, and Rising in two of the fire signs, because that energy will certainly be felt more pronouncedly. Coming back to the cards then, we have the Seven of Swords, as I mentioned, the Lord of Unstable Effort. There is this sense with the Seven of Swords, whatever he's up to, we don't quite know what he's up to, but whatever it is, it doesn't look like he's up to much good. Interestingly, it's quite ambivalent. It's this sense of, is he stealing? Is he looking back at those two swords thinking, maybe I can pick those up too, maybe I should, or should I only leave those behind? It's difficult to read his thought processes. But interestingly enough, the way that these cards have laid out is that he's looking back covetously, great word, at the Knight of Pentacles. You can see it's almost in his direct eye line, and he's moving in this direction, but looking at this pentacle going, actually that looks more appealing than what I've got. Therefore, all that glitters is not gold. Don't be a magpie this month. Don't look at things particularly in the material sense. So that might be about work, that might be about material objects, that might be about avarice or greed, or being a little bit, dare I say, avaricious is probably the best word. It's kind of putting financial gain or material gain above all else. It's, again, covetous. There's a jealousy here. There's almost a diminishing what you have for what you don't have. It's like, oh, I want that instead. There's a greediness to some of this. So it's asking you to guard against coveting thy neighbour's ass. It always makes me laugh, but it's probably quite applicable here. It's not being jealous or ruining or just wanting to take. Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. It's not a good energy to fall into. And because of this very cerebral sense, you might be slipping into that a little bit more than you need. Loving your Tarotscope so far? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that you never miss a reading. Drop your favourite emoji or share your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from you. And check out the pinned comment below to find your rising and moon signs for a full 360 view of your season ahead. You'll also find a quick link to sign up for email alerts so you're always in the loop when a new Tarotscope drops. Now let's get back to your reading. It's important that you don't get distracted, therefore. Again, why I was saying right at the beginning, focus. There is a kind of scattered energy here. It's a little bit, oh, I'm going to do that, then I'm going to do that, then I'm going to do this, and then maybe that. And this can sometimes be a bit of an issue with Gemini, because there is a fickleness here, and there is a sense of picking things up and putting them down, picking things up and putting them down. And there is a necessity with you, Sagittarius, of keeping your eyes on the prize and not getting distracted by all that glitters around you. So it may be really useful. It's something that I've done myself recently, is think, what's the 3-month plan? What do I want to achieve within the next 3 months? And how am I going to do that? Because that laser-like focus is going to help you be able to distinguish some of the illusions, particularly the illusions of grandeur or the illusions of wealth or the illusion. It's a little bit like when you grab the ring, thinking it's gold, but it's actually brass. And there are a couple of times where you might kick yourself and think, oh, I let my kind of ego or my desires get the better of me. Something that is very well expressed with the swords here. You've got the 3 of Swords, the Lord of Sorrow. Note that we have 3 swords here. Interestingly enough, with Aries, it was all about the emotions. It was water. With Leo, it was a bit of a mix of the major arcana, really. Here, it's very much the swords, and the swords is all the element of air, which is about our thoughts. They come and go, they're intangible, they're ethereal. It's connected with the mind. The fact that we have all of these swords in Gemini season and they're not necessarily well aspected is reminding you, don't let your thoughts get the better of you. And particularly as we have the Page of Swords in reverse particularly speaks about self-doubt, just questioning a lot, second guessing a lot, being unsure about your path. There may be a degree of confusion. There may be a degree of feeling as though you're going around in circles, or that your energies and applications are very scattered. Therefore, a to-do list is going to be your best friend this season, not because we have to stick to it doggedly, but just so when these moments of confusion arise, we know exactly what we're meant to be going back to. That is very, very key. What's great to see is that you've got the 8 of Cups here, the Lord of Abandoned Success. And actually, there's a very positive feeling. It is an ambiguous card, just as is the 7 of Swords. So that sense of ambiguity is going to be prevalent in the ways that I've expressed. But it's nice to see the 8 of Cups, particularly at the end, because you can see that he's turning his back on the Cups here and off to start something new. And this represents being able to jettison our emotional baggage, being able to take off that emotional rucksack and go, do you know what? Enough with that. So although these anxieties, these worries, these second guessings may surface, there undoubtedly will be some invaluable lessons learned, a running theme for all of the fire signs in Gemini, some invaluable lessons learned in terms of I let my ego get the better of me, I let myself get too distracted, I'm not doing that again. I have a sense, therefore, that as you move into Cancer, you will have worked through quite a lot of stuff, and you will have been able to separate quite clearly what is useful and what isn't. Therefore, it is going to feel a little as though things are up in the air at times for you, Gemini season, but count your blessings. Look at this very much as a positive and think, this is going to be a really useful clearing out, sorting out kind of time. Rather than, woe is me, this is so frustrating, what I thought was going to work out hasn't. Don't fall into the victim, nor allow your saboteur to get the better of you. Stay calm, collected, grounded, and very, very centered. These are going to be the most invaluable tools for you. If you're not sure what kind of groundedness looks like, there are some great blogs on the Wellness Foundry website which explores these topics, and there's some meditations as well. And there's even a quiz on how grounded you are, so you can go and check those out too. Anything else I want to say? If you want to learn more about the tarot, I'm releasing weekly videos on YouTube exploring the energies of each of the major arcana, and then the minor arcana will follow too. So be sure to go and check those out. But until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful Gemini season, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.